Welcome to Omni-Eyes, where we explore nature's hidden technologies. Today, we uncover the ultimate surveillance system built into majestic horses. In episode 17, we journey into the vast grasslands to meet these magnificent creatures, the brilliant security engineers of the wild. Have you ever noticed that a grazing horse rarely turns its head to check for dangerous predators sneaking up from behind? This is not because they are careless or brave, but because their eyes are uniquely positioned on the sides of their heads. This strategic placement grants them a spectacular, nearly panoramic field of view that covers an astounding 350 degrees. Unlike humans, horses experience the world through a massive, ultra-wide lens, constantly monitoring their surroundings without moving a single facial muscle. Imagine having a built-in 360-degree camera system that streams live footage directly to your brain every second. Nature has essentially equipped these beautiful animals with an advanced biological security network that rivals our most sophisticated modern technological inventions. By observing their daily habits out in the open fields, we can learn incredibly valuable lessons about effective environmental monitoring strategies. These majestic animals have spent millions of years perfecting their visual capabilities to survive in environments filled with hidden, dangerous threats. Let us take a closer look at the anatomical structure of the equine eye to understand how this magnificent system operates. The sheer size of a horse's eye is truly remarkable, being one of the absolute largest among all living land mammals. This massive ocular organ allows a tremendous amount of light to enter, providing them with excellent vision, even during twilight hours. Because their eyes are located far apart on the sides of their skull, their visual fields overlap only in the front. This means they possess a very narrow cone of binocular vision, which is the area where they can perceive true depth. However, the true magic happens in the monocular vision zones, which sweep extensively along both sides and stretch toward the rear. Each eye operates almost independently, processing a vast amount of visual information from different directions simultaneously without causing any mental confusion. This dual processing capability is a phenomenal evolutionary adaptation that transforms the horse into a living, breathing, high-tech panoramic surveillance camera. They can peacefully graze on sweet grass while simultaneously keeping a watchful eye on the distant horizon for any approaching danger. It is a seamless integration of hardware and software, where the biological lenses and the brain work together in perfect harmony. To fully appreciate this 350-degree perspective, we must imagine erasing almost all the blind spots behind us. A horse only has two tiny blind spots, one directly in front of its nose, and another directly behind its tail. This is exactly why experienced riders always approach a horse from an angle, ensuring they remain visible within the animal's sightline. If you stand directly behind them, they cannot see you at all, which might trigger a defensive and dangerous kicking reflex. This nearly complete spherical awareness is the ultimate defense mechanism for a prey animal living in wide, open, and unpredictable plains. Predators, like wolves or big cats, have forward-facing eyes designed to lock onto a single target and calculate precise attack distances. Prey animals, on the other hand, prioritize spotting the predator as early as possible, regardless of where the threat originates from. This fundamental difference in visual strategy highlights the ongoing evolutionary arms race between those who hunt and those who are hunted. The horse's panoramic vision is essentially an early warning radar system designed to detect anomalies before they become immediate, life-threatening problems. Every single blade of grass moving unnaturally in the wind is instantly registered and analyzed by their highly sensitive visual cortex. Now, let us relate this fascinating biological concept to the world of professional photography and modern digital image capturing techniques today. For a dedicated photographer, the ultimate goal is frequently finding a narrow focal length to perfectly isolate and highlight a subject. Using a telephoto lens allows the artist to blur the distracting background and draw the viewer's attention to one specific detail. This approach creates beautiful, intimate portraits, but it completely sacrifices the broader context of the surrounding environment in the final image. You might capture the stunning detail of a single leaf, but you will entirely miss the dangerous storm approaching the forest. Photography is an art form of selective storytelling, where choosing what to exclude from the frame is just as crucially important. However, when we shift our focus from artistic photography to designing an effective surveillance system, the core objectives change quite dramatically. In the realm of security and monitoring, achieving a wide-angle perspective always remains the absolute #1 priority for system architects. A security camera is not trying to win an art contest. Its primary mission is to gather as much information as possible. Missing a crucial event just because it occurred slightly outside the camera's narrow field of view is considered a catastrophic failure. Therefore, security engineers must adopt the visual philosophy of the horse, prioritizing maximum environmental coverage over pinpoint, isolated, and microscopic details. Horses have elegantly solved the dangerous blind spot problem by sacrificing some three-dimensional forward vision in exchange for massive environmental coverage. In their wild habitat, knowing exactly how far away a lion is matters significantly less than simply knowing a lion exists. They do not need to calculate the exact distance to a predator down to the very last precise and tiny centimeter. Instead, their primary survival requirement is simply answering one fundamental question. Is there anything moving anywhere around me right now, today? Once movement is detected in their peripheral vision, the horse can then turn its head to focus its binocular vision directly. This two-step process, detecting with the wide angle and verifying with the narrow focus, is a brilliant strategy for efficient energy management. It allows them to remain relaxed and conserve vital energy while maintaining an incredibly high level of constant, passive, situational awareness. Modern automated security systems are increasingly utilizing this exact same logical framework to optimize their monitoring efficiency and reduce false alarms. A wide-angle sensor detects an anomaly, and then a specialized pan-tilt zoom camera is automatically directed to investigate the specific suspicious activity. In the modern security industry, engineers constantly face a very complex dilemma regarding the fundamental trade-off between image detail and coverage. A wide-angle camera provides a fantastic, comprehensive overview, but the resulting image is frequently distorted and stretched around the outer edges. This phenomenon, known as barrel distortion, makes straight lines appear curved and can significantly degrade the clarity of objects located far away. The vision of a horse works exactly like this, meaning the images at their peripheral boundaries are noticeably less sharp overall. Their peripheral retina contains fewer light-sensitive cells dedicated to high-resolution detail, prioritizing motion-detecting cells instead to ensure rapid threat identification always. Because of this biological limitation, a horse cannot read a distant sign, but it can instantly spot a snake slithering nearby. This trade-off is absolutely essential because the brain has a limited capacity for processing high-resolution visual data in real time continuously. If the entire 350-degree view were in perfect focus, the horse's brain would quickly become completely overwhelmed. Similarly, transmitting and storing ultra-high-definition video from dozens of security cameras simultaneously requires massive bandwidth and incredibly expensive data storage infrastructure. By accepting lower resolution in the periphery, both the horse and the security network can function efficiently without crashing their systems. However, their biological capability to instantly detect sudden movements in those blurry peripheral zones is incredibly fast and remarkably highly evolved. The specialized photoreceptor cells in the outer edges of their eyes are wired to trigger immediate reflex actions in the muscles. This means a horse can start running away from a sudden threat even before its brain fully identifies what the object is. In the world of survival, a fraction of a second can be the difference between successfully escaping and becoming a tragic meal. We can apply this principle to digital security by utilizing intelligent motion detection algorithms that operate on lower resolution, wide-angle video feeds. These smart algorithms do not need a crystal-clear image of a face to recognize that an unauthorized person has crossed a boundary. They simply look for changes in the pixels, acting as digital tripwires that alert the central monitoring station to potential security breaches. This method is highly efficient, allowing a single wide-angle camera to effectively secure a massive perimeter without requiring constant human supervision. The horse's evolutionary genius lies in its ability to filter out irrelevant background noise while remaining hypersensitive to genuinely important visual changes. A leaf falling is ignored, but a stealthy footstep in the tall grass immediately triggers a massive surge of pure adrenaline. If you are currently designing a comprehensive monitoring system for a massive open space, like a busy commercial parking lot today, or perhaps you are planning the complex security layout for a sprawling industrial zone, you should definitely study how horses observe everything. Do not solely focus your efforts on zooming tightly into one tiny specific detail while completely ignoring the wider surrounding environment. Instead, you must concentrate on capturing the entire frame to ensure absolute situational awareness across the whole designated security monitoring area. Place your wide-angle camera strategically, just like the eyes on a horse's head, to eliminate as many dangerous blind spots as possible. Accept the fact that the edges of your video feed might be slightly distorted or lack the crispness of the center image. Remember that the primary goal is not cinematic perfection, but rather the reliable and instantaneous detection of any unauthorized or suspicious movement. Once you have established a solid baseline of panoramic coverage, you can then add targeted, high-resolution cameras for specific identification tasks. This layered approach creates a robust, impenetrable security network that mimics the ultimate survival strategies developed by nature over countless millennia. It is truly fascinating how much we can learn about advanced engineering and system design simply by observing the animal kingdom closely. The horse is not just a beautiful companion or a powerful working animal. It is a masterclass in panoramic visual processing. Their unique ability to monitor the world around them has allowed them to thrive in some of the most unforgiving environments imaginable. As we continue to develop smarter and more capable security systems, we will undoubtedly keep drawing profound inspiration from these magnificent creatures. Nature has already solved many of the complex engineering challenges we face today, providing us with perfectly optimized, living, breathing blueprints. The next time you see a horse grazing peacefully in a field, take a moment to appreciate its incredible biological technology. Realize that beneath that calm exterior, a highly sophisticated 350-degree surveillance system is actively scanning the entire horizon. Every subtle shift in the light, every rustling bush, and every distant shadow is being meticulously processed by their incredible equine brain. They are the ultimate sentinels of the natural world, silently guarding their herds with an unyielding and comprehensive gaze across the land. By adopting their panoramic perspective, we can build safer, more secure environments for our homes, our businesses, and our modern urban communities. We can move away from the flawed concept of tunnel vision and embrace the immense strategic power of complete, unbroken situational awareness. In a world where threats can emerge from any direction at any time, having a wide-angle view is no longer an option. It is an absolute necessity for survival, whether you are a wild stallion or a busy facility manager in the modern city. Omni-Eyes is dedicated to exploring these incredible intersections between natural biological evolution and modern human technological advancement in our daily lives. We believe that by understanding the brilliant designs found in nature, we can fundamentally improve the tools and systems we build today. From the compound eyes of insects to the echolocation of bats, the natural world is filled with endless inspiration for visionary engineers. The horse's panoramic vision is just one perfect example of how biology continues to outperform even our most expensive and advanced machinery. As camera technology continues to evolve, we will likely see more systems that mimic the dual processing capabilities of the majestic equine eye. Imagine a future where security networks are as intuitive, efficient, and reliable as the natural instincts of a wild horse running free. This is the exciting frontier of bio-inspired engineering, and we are absolutely thrilled to share these groundbreaking discoveries with all of you. We hope this episode has completely changed the way you look at both horses and the security cameras mounted around your city. The principles of effective observation remain exactly the same, regardless of whether they are implemented in living flesh or cold, hard silicon. Always remember to prioritize the bigger picture, eliminate your dangerous blind spots, and never underestimate the immense power of a wide perspective. Thank you so much for joining us on this fascinating journey into the incredible world of animal vision and advanced security design. Please do not forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and hit that notification bell for more amazing content. Subscribe to Omni-Eyes to never miss out on our exciting technical analyses, and we will see you in the next episode.